ADB.
No, it's Mo Salah.
Postcodes.
It's Mo Salah. Looking at here.
Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard. You're happier with that?
Oh, but that-
nah, I didn't want anything United related.
Nah, this man is more than what you can imagine. He calls himself the man of people. A man. Am I right or wrong?
No, are you wrong? Or are you correct? Mandy is correct.
That should be the question now here. Tell us what's on your mind.
Who doesn't think about money? I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about Monday.
Monday.
Monday is coming raw. It's coming to slap in the morning.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting edition of the Outro Podcast, where the vibe is always right, has always been right, and it will always be right. I'm your host, David Dominic, and here at the Outro Podcast or Outro Pub, we have something for everyone. Like I said, whether it's teetotaler or beaver. And here today, we are having another interesting conversations with our one and only interesting guest as always. I won't say legend, no, because you're no longer a legend. Yeah, so
No longer a legend.
our guest for today, this man needs no introduction, is one and only Church.
Yes. That's correct. That's
It's correct, right?
Yes.
So one thing about this man, he has featured here on one of the first episodes we did. He has featured on the Outro Podcast, and today is back again with another interesting conversations here. And yet we are yet here to hear more from him, because this man is more than what you can imagine. He calls himself the man of people. A man. Am I right or wrong?
No, are you wrong? Or are you correct? Mandy is correct.
That should be the
Forgive me.
question now here.
No, I would, to answer that question, it's with regards to the people that I've met already. I can't speak for those I haven't met, but I'm confident to have the people on my side.
But here you're alone.
Well, there are people who are watching.
Oh, the ones in front of the screens.
You, the people.
Well, give them one word before we start. The same people are watching. Tell them something about yourself.
Open book. Other than how, is that the best way to describe myself, or the best way to say one word about how to go about this?
So if I give you that privilege, meaning you won't accept that, so I need it from you. By the way, cow.
Let the good times roll.
Nah, I can see you there. Cow. I think you have to do all of it, like you yourself did.
I should say the whole statement myself.
Man.
Cow, let the good times roll.
You're not telling me, you're telling the people.
Cow, let the good times roll.
Well, so let's get started.
Let's go.
Men's like church. By the way, happy Sunday today.
Yes, actually, happy Sunday. We all made it to this day. There are a few people who didn't make it. May their souls rest in peace. But we're here. We need to be grateful every other day, right?
Exactly.
Yes, it's not a given that we're going to be here, but here we are.
Yeah. So, all right. You're right. So, what we have today, let's start with this. Tell us what's on your mind.
Today,
Yeah.
Well, on the mind of every... Who doesn't think about money? I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about Monday tomorrow. Monday is coming raw. It's coming to slap in the morning. Right? Like,
Okay.
Imagine how everybody is having fun. Everybody is just out there.
Okay.
But tomorrow, the way Monday is going to arrive, actually, we're just probably a few hours away. We've got like 3 hours of today left. 2 hours.
2
at the
hours.
most. 2 hours of today left. And then Monday is going to slap. Those who battle with the hangovers, it will slap the hardest. But
How
on
do
my
you know?
mind, how do I know?
Yeah.
Yes, I've experienced the hangover before.
Of the Blue Lagoon. I think I'm right.
You know, that's a nightmare.
I don't miss in it.
No, you did miss.
Yeah, I don't
But
miss.
You see,
I don't.
on my mind, I'm thinking about, I think these are issues that we all are talking about today. And are we using the correct platforms to speak about these things? Talk about power. Talk about water.
Okay.
People who... I'm going to give you a perfect example. Me, okay? Where I live, if there's no power, there's no water.
Huh?
Yes, if there's no power, there's no water. It's council water. Don't have a borehole. If there's no power, there's no water.
Wait,
Now,
this one is coming to my mind now, like looking at the hours we have for power, which is about 3 hours, 2 hours. So that's the only time that you have to get yourself water.
exactly. Okay. No, there's a borehole. Sorry,
Okay.
let me go back. There's a borehole. But without power, the borehole is not going to be able to pump any water.
Really?
So which means no water. You can live without power, but you can't live without water.
Show you that I understand.
And not that you can live
Appreciate.
in the like 1 month without power, right?
What Kashkai?
But there are people.
Why do I Kashkai song?
Ndapopoka last. Ndapopoka last. Last. Tate must understand.
Cow, let the good times roll. Tell him to say it again.
Let the good times roll.
Mr. Maz.
This man has distracted me.
Anyways.
Wait. Okay, so no power, no water. Not everybody is using council water. Okay?
Yeah.
Some people are using boreholes. By choice. Okay? By choice. Some by necessity, some prevailing situations. Whichever end you are looking at. Okay? These are some of the factors that will be there. Let's talk about not having power. What's the effect of it?
It's obvious the economy is going to go down.
Production.
Very down.
Yes. Good goods. We don't have a lot of things that we produce in this country. The biggest thing we produce is copper.
Copper, yeah.
Yeah, so power will be given to the mines. In your home you won't see power, but the power is there in the mines. And not because of a solar panel, not because of generators, but power is there. ZESCO is taking power there. But they're not going to look at you as the individual, or me as the individual. You get my point, right? Because they are going to look, their power lines will go where the money is going to come from. But you've got people who are trying to produce and sell. Okay?
Yeah.
We are in an age where people are starting to realize it's more of getting into entrepreneurship
Yeah.
than getting into formal employment. People will look at those odds and say, I can make this money in 3 weeks. It's not the easiest thing.
Being an entrepreneur.
No, it's not. You need to adjust your mind to say, some days you might not win.
But now, how many people do you, like on the majority of people, how are the chances for someone to win when it comes to entrepreneurship? Because according to what I was told about entrepreneurship, it was like, it's not an easy journey, right?
No, it's not.
So don't you think it's better being employed than being an entrepreneur? Because being employed, you are guaranteed getting a salary. But being an entrepreneur now, it's obvious you need to,
I think it's better to do both. If you can do both at the same time, you're okay.
You can save two masters at the same time.
Yeah, you can save 2 masters at the same time.
You
Right
can't.
now, you have to save 2 masters at the same time. Look, think about it. Look, I'll give you the perfect example.
Okay.
The US, the UK, they work hourly jobs. They don't work for one person. I work for an hour, 2 hours here. I have to go to the next place to go and work for an hour or 2 hours there.
Yeah.
And then from there, I have to move to go to the next place. You get my point? Yes. That's just how it works. Just to earn the living. Now imagine us here.
Yeah.
We are a little restricted because you have to do 9 to 5.
and then getting paid less or peanuts.
Yes. When you go to your job, maybe you can't move. You have to be there. You have to punch in and you have to punch out. You get my point, right? You have to be there. You might not be doing anything. Okay, why is your company hiring you if you're not doing anything? But you get my point, right?
I hear you.
Yes. Because it does happen. It does happen. Maybe you've done your work for the day. Maybe you can do some work for the next 3-4 days.
Do you think we here in Zambia we get employed because of the hours or maybe because of the days? Because it's obvious you need to spend the whole day at your workplace. Even if you are done with what you are doing with your task, you still have to make sure that you stay there until if you knock off at 5 p.m. meaning until that time.
Given, and it becomes complex from there, because now the question is, are you being productive?
Okay.
Right? That's the question that's going to be there now. Because look, say I went to work, all the assignments that I was given for this day, I finished them before lunchtime. What am I doing after lunch? Am I getting more duties? Are they able to give me some more things to do? Will they allow me to say I should leave because I've done everything? No, they won't. Because my hours are calculated in a day, because I'll be there from 8 until 17.
Well,
what happens in these offices? Let's be realistic, even to people who are watching. Sometimes they are in the office, but they will cheat them office.
they're just waiting for a time to reach.
Utamba tena Netflix, utamba watch something.
Netflix and chill at work.
Right?
Yeah.
That 1 hour, maybe you put it into your own stuff. Maybe you needed to visit something. Like, we need to reach a point where we can be flexible. There's say for example in the UK, they're working on working from home, working remotely. Okay? Working remotely, so which means you don't need to be in the office for you to do the work.
But again, it depends with type of work. I feel like it depends with what.
Does it?
Looking at it's obvious.
If there's a job that requires you to be hands-on, literally, you cannot work from home. The man brewing beer at Zambian breweries cannot work remotely.
Okay.
Right? Yes. But there are those jobs.
Like what? Just give us an example in case you have something.
You are on your laptop. You are doing data entry, perhaps. You are... I don't know. There's so many things that you can be doing.
But do you think here in Zambia, data entry jobs are more famous than... Because I feel like here in Zambia, what we are known for is hard work, manual work. Like on scale of maybe 100, those software.
How many people do you know that are doing manual jobs? You personally,
man.
And how many people do you know that are working but are not doing manual jobs?
I feel.
We are. Why are you putting me? This guy.
I'll take it that way.
No, I work for myself.
Okay.
Yes.
You are own boss. So meaning you're an entrepreneur.
Let's put it under
or a
that
businessman.
bracket. Let's put it under that bracket also.
What's the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman, first of all?
Spelling.
Apart from that. And the number of letters.
You see, when you're in business, your money is making money for itself.
When you're in business, the man is making money itself, okay? And then when you're an entrepreneur,
well, you have to run around here and there. Maybe I'm not giving it the best definition, but I'm giving you the definition based on my own understanding. Okay? If you have to keep being there to run your business without your business being able to run on its own, you're not a business person.
Wait. So, meaning entrepreneurship is kind of similar with the investment, like you're an investor.
Yes, you invested in something and you wanted to bring something for you. You have actually invested in something. Now you've invested in something that you haven't invested in something, say, for example, Betway is an investment. You've invested in Betway. It can fall or it won't fall, right? But you've done what you need to do, you've left it. It's different with, you have to be there. Whatever you buy to sell, you have to sell it yourself. No one is going to do it for you.
Is that entrepreneurship?
Yes.
an example of entrepreneurship.
If you hire someone, is this still entrepreneurship? Who's going to work for you? Are you still being an entrepreneur? Also, what I'm saying is not the gospel truth. We are sharing ideas here. Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't understand it. I'm also here to learn.
Okay.
Yes. But me, that's my thinking of it.
So above all in all, we talk about money at the end of it, isn't it?
Yes.
So like coming to the first question I asked you, say what's in your mind? You said it's obvious money and Monday, right?
Yes.
So when talk about money, how true is that phrase which they say money and time is money? Money is what?
Time.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay. In which context?
In the context that if time is money, how much time you spend somewhere must also convert. This is how my understanding of it. Again, I have to keep putting this disclaimer. My understanding of it is if you spend time somewhere, you have to make money from that place.
Okay.
Yes, don't just be there. And also money is not going to be made just because you were there. Sometimes properly invest your time so that you can actually reap out that money. Properly invest your time.
Properly invest your time.
So you can get the money out of the time that you spent. That is why it's who you spend your time with. It's what you spend your time doing.
What if it's your chick?
What if it's your chick?
Yes, I was.
Hey, what? When you say what if it's your chick, what?
No, it's okay. Don't go there. So yeah.
How would you go mean?
Yeah, how to go. So yeah, so now you've talked about money and what you spend, right? What time you spend on. And this time we are in right now, right? There are times whereby I need to spend time on my PC there, right? There's no power. Okay? And then would there be any other like an idea apart from you using your phone or a PC? Is there other way you can make money, like the easy way? I don't know. I might have an idea, but I'm just asking for for that person who's watching.
Is there another way to make money?
Apart from like you said, no data entry, what?
No, that was just an example. Like I could have used another way.
Now picking it from the example, right?
Is there another way for you to make money? Look at something that you are good at doing, and look at how you can sell that. We have a big gap. I'll say this bravely. We have a big gap where customer service is concerned.
Okay.
That's me looking at an avenue, saying from there I can go and deposit something, my time, into teaching people, and I will be paid for teaching them well to make my money.
What is money to you? What do you understand by the term money? So if, for example, I said, what do you want, Mr. Church? Be like, I need money.
Yes.
What exactly do you mean?
What is it that you don't use money for? Tell me one thing today that doesn't require money.
Breathing.
Let's be realistic. Yes, when you are dying and you need a respirator, yes, you need. People who have asthma, they need to buy an inhaler. That's money. But you get me. You get me.
I hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the investment of time, and also you look at what you're good at. Me, this is what I've been told. This is what maybe I should have alluded to this earlier. What you are good at doing. You look at that. Like, let's actually use our particular. There's a skill set, there's a talent that you have. Use that to make money. Sometimes you might not need to be good at something. What I studied and what I've worked in are two different things. I studied human resource. I've been in sales my whole working career. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, I've been in sales my whole working career. But you get what you are good at doing. If you're good at talking to people, talk to people. Find a way to make money for you.
But by then, when you're studying what you're studying, human resource, do you had an idea that you'll be where you are right now, or you spend?
No, not at all.
Really? Okay. So how much did you learn from what you are learning there, which you are applying right now?
A lot, actually. How to deal with people. Human resource is basically how to manage people, how to deal with people, right? And in the organization, you look at that and how to deal with people, because it's like you've got different. You are basically being brought in to say, okay, but you need to relate to people differently. You've got 5 people who are working in that company. You need to relate to each of those people based on how they are, their behavior, their patterns, how they talk, everything. It's a whole breakdown. I wish I could break it down for you.
Yeah, you feel free.
No, I don't want to break it down for you.
Why not?
Because I'll tell you everything I've learned, and then
it's not everything.
No, you need to pay me.
You spent years.
The time I've spent
no,
here
listen,
telling you this,
listen,
I need
listen.
to be paid.
No, listen, Mr. Church. You spent years, and I believe you cannot explain everything you spent in a year, or maybe years, to explain it in a minute. Even if you are a public speaker, so it's not like that.
Okay, no, maybe I might not do it in. Okay, let's go. Ask me the question again. I was a little distracted. Ask me the question again. I should explain a little bit about human resource.
Yes. What you learned from human resource.
Okay, I've explained about how we are supposed to be able to. So even the question, me asking you what to do, okay, that's fine. So,
all right.
Add the bloopers just for fun.
I know.
So, communication in human resource. I think in every other course that you learn about communication skills. Okay? You learn about communication skills, you learn about organizational behaviors. You learn that people behave differently. You learn how to manage situations. You will learn that for every situation that is going on, you need to have a contingency plan. Right? So here we are seated. The contingency plan for Old Crow is that if power goes, they're going to light up the generator. If the generator fails, they will light up their solar. That's a contingency plan. Because you are looking at what might fail and how you are going to mitigate the failure for something. You understand, right? Mm-hmm. So now you learn how to do that with people in the office. If this person is not working today, how do I mitigate them not being at the office? Who do I put in that position for the work that was assigned to this person that needs to be done on this day? Do I tell this person maybe they shouldn't go off today? They can go off the other day because we've got this that's coming up, all of that. Now that now comes into play. You've learned all of that in human resource, right? And then now you need to now manage how you're going to do it.
Yeah, you need to apply the knowledge.
Yes. You're going to put yourself as a human being, but you're also going to have to apply everything that you've learned and how best you can handle it. We're playing chess.
Yeah.
Right? This pawn needs to move there. Should it move there now?
No,
this person wants to go off. Should they go off today or they can go off the other day? This person wants leave. This person wants Mother's Day.
This person wants maternity leave.
This person wants to be promoted. Have they done correctly enough for them to be promoted? This one person wants a pay raise. You understand, right? Yes. You appraise. You give them tasks. You give them tests, so you can gauge all of these things and how and whether they belong there or not. You get it?
Yeah.
Yes. Now I came to do sales in my career. All I've done is sales.
But what happened?
What happened with me doing sales?
Yeah.
Well, it's the first job I found. The smartest thing to do at the time was start a course. Get a certificate. For those people who might want to do it in this particular fashion, this is what I did. No, it might not be human resource.
Okay.
But you realize that the syllabus has now changed. At that time, you do 6 months, you get a certificate. You understand, right? But then you eventually need a job. Why? Because tomorrow is not promised. You don't know whether the person paying school fees for you will be there, right? You need to stand up for yourself eventually. So you get now the certificate that you got in those 6 months. You use it as your qualification. You start to work ideally, these jobs that are there, pick where you want to pick. This is how it should actually be. Kuma feeding station, Kuma ShopRite, Kuma Shani, those are school leavers jobs. But we are no, and I'm not looking down on anyone.
I know.
I'm not looking down on anyone.
I know, yeah.
But ideally, it should be people who've left school. They're going to look for something to do for a short period. They get into those jobs and they leave, right? You start to upgrade yourself. That's how it should be, right? So the idea behind getting the certificate and starting to work was I got the certificate. I didn't start working immediately after I got the certificate. I still continued with school. But eventually I needed a job. And they wanted to know where I had been to school and what paper I had to show for it. What did I bring out? The certificate.
You can
start. No, I can't remember at this point.
Okay.
They wanted something.
Oh, yeah.
I gave them the certificate. I started my job. So that job, I worked until at this particular level I was there, this particular level I was there. I moved to another place. Working experience has now been what? Attained.
Oh yeah.
You have your qualification, you have your working experience.
That's it, yeah.
So that when you go somewhere, you're not discarded because you just left school. Right? When you go somewhere, you're not discarded because you don't have a certificate or you don't have a diploma. And I'm not saying people should aim for a certificate. You can aim higher.
Than that, yeah.
Yes, you can aim higher if you like. You understand, right? Yes. And that's how I found myself in sales.
Oh, I see. Then you, in short, if it's in Nyanja, I would say mnafika after when you just found the job. By the way, to take you a bit behind, maybe when you were in primary level, what was in your mind? What did you wanted to study? Was it a doctor or soldier or what? Law?
Yes.
Okay.
Law is what I've always wanted to study.
So does it mean the
dream to do law has gone? No, it's still there.
What are the chances that you do it?
There are 110% chances that I'm going to do law actually. And you guys should read this today and bookmark it. Do what you want. I will be a top judge in this goddamn country.
Noted.
Yes.
Top what?
Judge.
Not a lawyer.
I might go higher. You never know. President.
Now,
no, imagine church is the president, man of the people.
With this AI generation, do you think you make it?
That's a very good question. AI generation. Do I think I'll make it?
Yeah, man.
What will hinder me because of the AI?
Looking at how the AI is taking things.
I am next.
Man, just the moment I've just said about AI, a lot of things are coming on my mind.
I'm listening.
Last week, I was watching a movie for this Will Smith. I'm AI, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the one which was done in 2004. Man, it was 2004, eh?
Yeah.
When they were manifesting that AI would be like this and that and that. Now
look at how far they looked, eh?
Yeah.
Those things are happening literally today. Exactly. I was seeing something online about a robot that had a baby in the
Exactly.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
How far are they taking this thing?
So
are we going to be able to make it because of AI?
Yeah.
Ish. Where do we want to make it?
Okay, so first of all, let's start with school. So right about now, as I'm talking, if you're that, should I say wise enough? No, I'm trying to look for the words which will fit, not to look at. If you're that observant too much, when it comes to schools, I feel like schools somehow is losing value with this AI. Looking at everything is there already. Once, for example, you go with a phone in class, right? You know, you go with the phone, then you find the questions in your exam. You just do the AI issue. Do you think you fail?
No, you won't. But will it be your intelligence? If they ask you those questions one-on-one, would you be able to answer them?
No. So meaning the AI is just like a curve, man. So now, how much is these education sectors working on, like, to maintain our knowledge the way we were, the way we used to be. You are not using AI. I'm sure those days you never knew AI, right?
Time is moving.
So now,
by the way, time is moving.
How are we going to catch up now then?
How will we catch up? Us, because now AI has gone ahead.
Yes.
How are we going to?
It looks like the AI is the godfather, knows it all.
It's been made by a human being.
Yeah, not a human beings.
Okay, it's made by human beings.
Very soon we'll be staying in Mars.
Now,
very soon you'll be flying. You'll be flying.
In 5 years' time.
Hapa wako na pupuka.
Living in Mars.
I think I'll shift to Mars, man.
Elon Musk has done enough.
Elon is not playing.
I think I'll go to Mars. What do you think?
Jupiter for me.
Why?
I want to watch everyone from very far.
Oh, really? What? Not Pluto.
Even Pluto. Look, I want to watch everyone from very far.
Hey.
Pluto is far from Mars. It's okay. I want to watch. Oh, I might remain on Earth here. Alice. You understand, right?
So, do you think we ever catch up? Because it will be unfair, man. Like
what needs to be done right now is we need to also we need to admit that we need to actually catch up with the times. Yes.
What are the chances on a scale of 10?
The Western world is way ahead of where we are. If we continue saying we need to do this, what step? No. The path has been laid before us by people who've done it already. Let's forget about AI. For now, forget about AI. Think about learning procedures of how people learn in schools. How people's talent or children's talent are nurtured in school. How they identify this one should be doing soccer, should be doing tennis, should be doing what. Do you think that happens here?
Yeah, no.
It doesn't happen like that, right? Maybe in private schools.
And make it worse. Okay, let me say this. In schools of our general country here, I was shocked that they are still learning about grasshoppers and mosquitoes.
Look, you know what the thorax is?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
But go and ask someone there the type of panel to use on a 5 kVA inverter.
Do you think anyone will answer that?
Now it's a good thing they've introduced entrepreneurship in schools. It's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Okay.
Because they're already preparing the children who are growing up to say, you'll be employed. Don't look to finish school to get employed.
But the majority of what we learn from schools, do you think it prepares us for us to be employed? Most of it.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Why are you saying so?
What you learn at school is tailored. It's tailored, and it's, what's the word to use? What we learn at school, or what we've learned at school. Say you were at school. You were at high school. I was at high school. What they teach you, you need to know. Very important. You never know what situation you find yourself in. Where chemistry is concerned, you are in the kitchen, right? Where physics is concerned, you are somewhere at work. And I'm not saying these are just the specific places to apply this, but we learn something from those things and how to apply them later. Okay? Actually, what they say is high school is mandatory, but college is optional.
Really?
Yes. College is optional. But that's not what we follow in this country. Because you need a qualification for you to be hired by someone.
Exactly. You need a certificate.
But imagine you empower someone to know that they can make wealth for themselves. As they're growing up, they already know it. The way you know that it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's how you know the alphabet goes. But imagine someone knows that all I need to do is apply myself, and what I know how to do, and what I've seen is my talent, what I've seen is my skill, right? I apply that and I make money from what I'm doing. How about that? The same way we know our ABCs, how about that becomes our ABC? What do I have to do with Shaka dying in 1828? What does the Battle of Mlatuzi have to do with me today in 2024? Anyone who's writing exams today, they are being asked about the Battle of Cecil Rhodes. What are we doing with Cecil Rhodes?
exactly my point.
So what we learn, how it's being taught, what is being taught, very important. We'll go into deeper things because even when it falls to teachers, these people are human beings. But you don't fall into something. You fall into something quite alright, but when you do it, you give your heart to it. Now there's a question of motivation. Today, you know what the biggest motivator is?
What is it? Money. It brings us back again to the same-
Chalata.
Chola.
Chalata.
Okay.
That's the biggest motivator. So let's go down that route. Let's think about that. We need to continue this conversation tomorrow. I have to excuse myself. These people will enjoy my company very much.
Cow.
Let the good times roll.
All right. So to our dear viewers and listeners, thank you very much for staying with us here at the Old Crow Podcast. It's me, David, and I was with Church here. Our one and only Church. That's his name. So make sure if it's your first time here visiting our YouTube page there, make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Or if you're watching us from YouTube, you can go on our Facebook page, which is the Old Crow Pub. You'll find this content as well. And also, thank you very, very much. I want to say thank you very, very much for you guys who've been supporting us here. Thank you. Stay blessed. See you on the next edition. Bye-bye.